Hey guys, it's Bree. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a demo and review on these Wet n Wild brushes. This is the Wet n Wild Pro brush set. It includes 10 professional face and eye makeup brushes. Okay, so basically this set is $30. It was on sale this week at Walgreens for $15, so 50% off if you have their reward card, which it's super easy. You just like type in your phone number and your email address and you have the rewards card, so you can get all the sales there. So basically this was like the featured item of the week. So you got all of these brushes, 10 brushes for $15. I was super excited, ran down there, got one, and tested them out today for you guys. I'm very excited. They are beautiful. They're so pretty. Even if they didn't work well, I was going to keep them. They'd be so pretty to just have sitting like in the background or just anywhere in my beauty room, kind of as a decoration more than using them. So this is what the box looks like. It comes with this little sleeve which you can actually just take off. It has this holographic packaging and it's very, very cute. When you slide it out, it just comes in this just clear sleeve that holds the brushes in place. And these are what the brushes look like. You can see I used every single one of them today in this video, tested them out. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any new videos. And if you want to see how these brushes worked and how I got this look, just keep watching. Okay guys, so I already have my foundation down because I am doing a foundation test on the Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. This video will probably be up first, so watch out for that video next. So these are what the brushes look like. They're so pretty, and you got 10 brushes for $15, which is insane. That's so affordable, and they feel so nice, so I'm like really excited to try them. So just really quick, I'm going to go in with my Naked Skin concealer and just conceal, and then we can start using the brushes. I know my face looks way lighter than my body. I think I got the wrong shade. I always feel like I'm way more fair than I am when I'm ordering foundation. I will just have to really bronze my face. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I am going to take this rounded tapered brush, take my Mercier powder, and I'm just going to set my under eyes with that. I have been liking a smaller rounded tapered brush like this to set my under eyes. I feel like you can be way more precise. These are gorgeous brushes. It kind of makes me sad that they're white though, because I feel like they're always going to just look dirty. So I just kind of pack the powder on under the eyes like this, and anywhere I put concealer, and I let that sit. And I'm going to try to use all of them. See, I already got this dirty looking. Okay, so now I'm going to take this big fluffy, I'm sure this is just a powder brush, but I'm going to dust the excess powder off and just set the rest of my face. So I have that all set. Okay, so this is a flat contouring brush. I already used the powder brush and the precision setting brush. Oh, so this is a precision setting brush, so that's perfect. So then this one right here is the flat contour brush, so I'm going to go ahead and try that out. I am just going to take my Lorac Pro Contour and dip into this light contour. And I'm just gonna contour my face. Okay, so I really like this brush for carving out like the cheekbones. Like that looks really nice. It looks more harsh on the viewfinder, but I always notice like on my camera it looks way more harsh, but when I go to edit it looks fine. So I'm just blending out that contour. I think it looks really nice. I actually really like this brush. It makes contouring easy. Whereas when I use like a powder brush or like a rounded brush, I feel like it's hard to get a precise line. Which sometimes you don't want a super precise line, but I mean, you can see that looks really good. My forehead looks a little crazy, but I feel like using this brush too, I'm having to use a lot less product. Whereas when I'm using a bigger fluffy brush, I dip in multiple times as I'm contouring. And here I'm like barely tapping my brush and then blowing the excess off. Okay, so there's the contour. I think it looks really good. This is the blush brush. I'm going to use this to bronze, and I'm just going to go in with my broken Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. For me, this would be entirely too big to put blush on, but this, oh, there goes more of it. Makes me so sad. But for me, this works really nicely for bronzer. I like a big fluffy brush for bronzer, which normally I would have used the powder brush for bronzer because I really do. I like really big powder brushes for bronzer. But I'm going to try to use every single brush. Oh, I forgot to contour my nose. I'm just going to take the leftover that's on that brush. And just contour my nose a little bit. Okay, bronze my skin up. These are blending really nicely, and these brushes are seriously so soft. It looks a little crazy on the viewfinder, but it looks really nice. Okay, so that's where we are at right now. See, now my foundation doesn't look as crazy since I bronzed and everything. Okay, so next is this slanted brush, which is Precision Foundation Brush, which I don't use brushes for foundation, and I've actually been liking these slanted ones to... Okay. I've actually been liking these slanted brushes to put on my blush, so I'm just going to use it like that. I don't like foundation brushes. That's just not for me. I've never been a foundation brush kind of girl. So I'm going to take this Milani Baked Blush in the shade Luminoso. This is a tapered highlighting brush. Oh, perfect. So that's what I was going to use it for. So I'm just going to take this Ofra highlighter in Rodeo Drive and just blend that out. I thought this was like an eyeshadow brush, and I was like, that's too big. Okay, so for eyeshadow, I'm going to go ahead and take this NYX Earth palette. This is what it looks like, super pretty. And I'm just going to do my eyeshadow with this. So I'm going to take this fluffy blending brush and I'm going to pick up this shade right here. I'm just going to put that down as a transition shade. Next, I'm going to take this burnt orange shade right here on the same blending brush. Ooh, a lot of product comes out. And I'm just going to work that mainly in the crease. That's a really pretty shade. I really like that. I've used this palette one other time and I was very impressed with it. Okay, so those blended out really nicely. The brush feels really good. It's not scratchy at all. It feels very soft. It blended that product out really, really nicely. So next I'm gonna take, what is this? Look at this weird, it is just a flat, like a flat circled brush. Please tell me what that is for. So this says it's a precision flat face brush. I have no idea what that means. I really don't. Like, I really don't know what this is for. So I guess I'll just use this to pack color on the outer corner. Okay, so I'm just gonna go in with this deep brick. It's like a red brown, lightly. And just put that, see, I just barely tapped into that. And that puts so much pigment down. I mean, just barely. I'm very, very impressed with these eyeshadow palettes. Like, very lightly. I really don't know what this brush is for. If you guys know what it's for, comment down below, because I have no idea. With that fluffy blending brush and just blend out those edges. Okay, so I've used every brush except for these two. I'm gonna go in with this brush, which is a tapered blending brush. No, that isn't. I'm gonna go in with this gold yellow and put that all over the lid. Thing about the two palettes that I got from NYX, I got the Earth and the Fire one, is they don't have like an inner corner highlight. So I always have to dip into my Jaclyn Hill palette to get my favorite highlight shade. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Very pretty. I'm gonna take this green, it's kind of green, kind of brown shade, and I'm gonna put that on the inner half of my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take this deep forest green up here and I'm going to smoke that out on the outer half. That is what I have right now. I am going to finish up the rest of my makeup. I used all of the brushes, so I will be right back to tell you my final thoughts. Okay guys, so I finished up the rest of my makeup. Basically just added a lip color, lashes, mascara, and eyeliner. And this is what it looks like. I think it turned out really cute. This was a super easy, simple look, but I did test out every single one of these brushes and I have some thoughts. I'm very, very excited actually. So you spent $15 on 10 brushes, which basically makes every single brush $1.50. And that's insane. Even their normal Wet n Wild brushes, their eye brushes are $1 each, but then you get to the bigger face brushes, which I have a couple of them, and those ones are $3 to $6 each, I believe, for the bigger ones. And those ones are not as nice as these. These definitely work very, very nicely. I'm excited to keep testing these out. I'm excited that I bought them, and I think my makeup turned out really great. Okay, so first the powder brush. Let me grab my little thing so it tells me. So let's just go. I'm just gonna go in order of how they have them on here, and on the back it also says which brush, what each brush is. Okay, so the first brush is the Dome Pencil Eye Brush. It looks like this, now that they're all dirty. But this worked really nicely. This would be a really good brush for packing color on the outer corner. It also worked really nicely to smoke out color on the lower lash line. These brushes feel really nice. They're super soft. They're not scratchy at all. And I feel like they put the product on my face really nicely. Okay, the next brush right here. This is their tapered blending brush. This is what it looks like. And you can see I just used this to pack on color on my eyelid. It worked. I mean, there's not much I can say about all of the eye brushes. I mean, they're all pretty much the same. They blended everything out. My eyeshadow looks really nice. It picked up color nicely. It packed it on nicely. It blended it out nicely. These all worked really good. So this is the tapered blending brush. This is the fluffy blending brush, and this is the precision flat face brush, which I have no idea what this is for. So if you know what this one's for, leave me a comment down below because I really have no idea. I just used it to pack on color on the outer corner and it worked really well. They all feel really nicely. I know that this one is probably going to be one of my more favorite brushes. I'll probably use this one a lot. When I find a really good, big, fluffy blending brush for eyeshadow, I tend to use it and use it and use it and use it. So, I like this one a lot. I'm sure you guys will see it in future videos. Okay, the next brush right here is this flat contour brush. You can see it's flat. It has that shape right there. Perfect for carving out. Okay, come on. Perfect for carving out your cheekbone. This actually worked really, really nicely. I was afraid for a second there right when I put it on this cheek and I used it and I was like, oh, that is very harsh. That looks very intense, but I was able to blend it out really nicely, and I think I might be reaching for this one a lot more than this. Might replace my unicorn brush that I really, really loved for contouring. I really liked this. I think my contour turned out really nice today. It's also nice because you can just perfectly contour your nose with it because it's small enough. It's big enough to blend it out, but it's also small enough to get into those places. Okay, the next one is this brush, which looks super weird. This is their Precision Foundation brush. Like I said in the demo, I don't use brushes for foundation. I never have. I don't think anything will ever replace my beauty sponges. Those just put on my foundation so nicely. So I just use this for a blush brush. I've been liking these slanted brushes anyways for blush. If I had my other ones over here, I'd show you, but this worked really nicely for blush. You can concentrate the blush more right here on your cheek and just blend it out nicely. So I liked that one for that. Next is the large powder brush. It's exactly what it looks exactly like what it says. It's just a large powder brush. I really like these to set my whole entire face. I also really like these for bronzer. So this could work really nicely for either of those. I used it for powder today to set my entire face. Worked really nicely. I mean, these are so soft. My biggest thing is it sucks. Like, they're gorgeous, they're beautiful. I love the handles. I love that these are white, but they're white, so it's like they're gonna get stained and they're not ever gonna look as nice as they did in the box. Okay, the next brush is this blush brush, which for me personally, this is too big for a blush brush. I used it for bronzer and I really liked it for that. It is actually the perfect size for bronzer. I bronze my entire face like I always do, just go over the top of my contour, just warm it up a little bit and make my contour a little less harsh, and I really liked it. I really like these brushes. Oh my god. As I throw it across the room. Okay, so this one is the Precision Setting Brush, which I actually really, really like. Actually, recently I just started using small tapered brushes to set my under eyes. I just feel like you can be way more precise in setting your under eyes, and then I basically let the powder sit on there, and then I will take the big powder brush and wipe away any excess and kind of set my face with the rest of that. That way my face doesn't get too cakey. So this brush worked perfectly for setting my under eyes and setting the rest of my concealer. I really liked it. It's the perfect shape and the perfect size to get really up under your eye, so I really liked this one. And the last brush right here is the tapered highlighter brush, which is exactly what it says. It is a small tapered brush, perfect for highlighting your face. I like it a lot. I thought this was actually going to be an eye brush, and it wasn't, because that would be huge. Could you imagine doing your eyeshadow with that? That's insane. This worked perfectly. It's nice because you can get a lot of product on this small brush. I personally don't really like using fan brushes to highlight my face. I prefer a smaller tapered brush like this, which if you have seen most of my videos, I use a small tapered brush to highlight. So this one worked perfectly, and it's not too dense so that your highlight doesn't go on too crazy right when you put it on. You can pack on the highlight really nicely with this brush too. So you can either sheer it out or have a very intense highlight, which is perfect. Okay guys, so that was all of them. That was all 10 brushes. I will show you one more time what it looks like. See right here, it says $30. It was on sale for 50% off, so I got it for $15. It says it has a $90 value. $30 for 10 brushes is really nice. $15 for 10 brushes, especially ones that are this nice. They're gorgeous. They're really pretty. They are so soft and they work really nicely. That's insane that you can get 10 brushes for $15. If you have a Walgreens near you, run. Go get those. They are really, really nice. Even I would have paid the $30 for them too. The fact that they were 50% off this week was perfect. This set is perfect for if you're just starting out with makeup, and also if you're just a makeup junkie like I am. They're gorgeous. I think they are a great addition to any collection. This would be perfect to give to anyone for Christmas. I think this brush collection would be perfect to give to anyone that likes to do their makeup. It's nice because it's not super expensive, but they work really, really well. I am going to continue to use them daily. It took a lot in me not to use them the last couple of days and to wait to film this video as a first impressions because they're so pretty. I just feel like I am going to be reaching for these brushes a lot. I can tell right when I use a brush if I'm going to like it and if I'm going to use it, and I liked almost all of those brushes. The only one is this one. What the hell is this for? I don't get it. Other than that, I think they're really, really great. So that is it for this video. If you guys liked this and like more demo review videos, make sure to give this video a thumbs up so that I know. If you have any suggestions for products or looks you want me to try out, go ahead and leave me a comment down below and I'll be sure to check them out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video.